One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free. Then let me be free. From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges. A host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken. He rides onto his ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow. He takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Rituals report he paves his way. Oh, legend in the making, day by day.
Yes, sir. Good morning to everybody. Let's get this one in, man. Big shout out to each and every single one of you guys and part of the Breakfast Club, man. You guys make this very show happen. I cannot thank you guys enough. And also, before we get into it, make sure you guys hit that like button, man. It's the #1 metric of all of YouTube. I very much appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Also, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. If you guys would like to catch up on updates and everything behind the scenes of me and my lifestyle, we've got my Instagram right here at Ball Valve TV. That is where I post everything, man. And also where I correspond with each and every single one of you. That is the platform. That is my main platform where I talk to everybody. You know what I mean? And also, if you guys would like to help out the channel monetarily, we have super chats, channel memberships, and of course gifted channel memberships, just stuff of that nature will all be shouted out. But also we have these down here scrolling down below for the remainder of the show. If you guys would like to help out monetarily and not have YouTube take that brutal 30% cut, I very much appreciate all of you guys for being here. We've got a very, very interesting one. But first, I just want to say good morning to all of you guys, man. Thank you, Brother Glare. Brother Lee, he's in the hospital right now. Hopefully he feels better. His blood pressure was extremely high. And since we've been in here talking in the Breakfast Club before the show started, it's already come down a little bit because he's been taken care of by the doctors, which is good. Hopefully that, goes by quick and you feel much better very, very soon. And we got Papa Penguin up in here. Good morning to you, kind sir, as well as Barbie up there in Canada. Appreciate you. Mike, how do you how do you get your channel added to pay for membership on app? You have to do it on Safari, or you have to do it on your iPhone. If you're on iPhone, you have to do it on Safari, or you have to do it on computer. You know what I mean? You have to go to on desktop version on your phone. Which is really lame. The reason why they do that is because they don't want, Apple doesn't want, or YouTube doesn't want to share the profit with Apple, because Apple will always take a cut. Mike, have you been able to, trouble with YouTube? Hollywood been saying, pushing X. No, he just likes X, dude. He just likes X. That's all it is. All right. So we've got live coverage of Donald Trump speaks to journalists at his Mar-a-Lago club in Florida. Now, he is right now, he was supposed to go on stage at 9 in the morning, my time. Okay. 9 a.m. CST. It's 10 a.m. and this man still hasn't gotten on the stage. As you guys can see here, I've got it muted in the background. So while we go ahead and wait for him to do that, you know what I mean? We'll catch up with you guys a little bit, as well as we're going to go ahead and discuss a little bit of the election interference that we've been seeing in the media. And what I mean by election interference, we've had some ballot boxes set on fire and the suspect vehicle identified. This is 16 hours ago from Live Now from Fox. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of the story.
I'm Andrew Kraft. Like I said, hope you had a good weekend.
Thank you all for being here, man.
Right now, we want to go out to the Pacific Northwest. This is a story I know that a lot of you are talking about. A lot of you are following right now. Take a look at some of this video, though. Okay, so this is what we know. According to the Associated Press, authorities, including the FBI, were investigating today after early morning fires were set in ballot drop boxes.
I see a couple of my people in the chat that are driving currently. So make sure if you guys are driving, make sure you drive safely. Don't message anymore. I see that you guys are in here. I very much appreciate it. Until you guys are nice and safe, man. The last thing I need is you guys getting into an accident because of you're watching me and you're corresponding with all of us.
Oregon,
appreciate you guys.
And in nearby Vancouver, Washington, where hundreds of ballots were destroyed there. Now, the Portland Police Bureau reported officers and firefighters responded to a fire in one ballot drop box. This was around 3:30 in the morning. They determined an incendiary device had been placed inside. Now, the Multnomah County Elections Director, his name, Tim Scott, he said a fire suppressant inside.
Good morning, Huggy. Good morning to everybody that's rolling in, and I'm just getting to you in the comment section. You guys have already blown my comment section up. I love it.
Of the drop box protected nearly all the ballots. Only 3 of them were damaged, and his office planned to contact those voters to help them obtain replacement ballots. Now, a few hours later, though, I want to put up some new video here. Take a look at this. Across the Columbia River in Vancouver, TV crews captured footage of smoke pouring out of a ballot box at a transit center. Vancouver is the biggest city in Washington's 3rd congressional district, the site of what is expected to be one of the closest U.S. House races in the country between first-term Democratic Congresswoman Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez and Republican challenger Joe Kent. This is a rematch from 2022 here. Yeah, even more video we have. Let's take it there. You see. Now, officials held a news conference after authorities said these early morning fires were set in these ballot drop boxes in both Portland, Oregon, and nearby Vancouver, Washington.
Now, I heard, I may be getting a couple of things mixed up here. I thought there was something going on in Washington, D.C. Now, I do know that there was a Portland, Oregon ordeal, but I also heard, or I think I heard, I could be totally wrong, but that there was something going on in Washington, D.C. So you guys let me know if I'm onto anything there. Or if I just
hundreds of ballots were destroyed here. And in this press conference, authorities do believe that these 2 incidents are related, are connected. Let's listen.
And again, we collected it through the Metro Explosive Disposal Unit. I
didn't watch anything they did yesterday, but yeah, I'm looking on the live right now. He's still not on stage. They're just waiting for him to walk through the door right now or whatever.
Incidents are similar in nature. No one was injured in any of these incidents. We're working with our partners across the river here in Portland and sharing information with our federal law enforcement partners in hopes of bringing this to a successful conclusion. Questions?
That's right, Roger. I see you out here, man.
Good afternoon, Assistant Chief Amanda McMillan, Portland Police. Just a couple of quick comments, and then we'll take questions at the end. We really just want to acknowledge the heightened emotion around this event as we build up to the election. We're acutely aware going into the election how folks are feeling, and then events like this with the damage at ballot boxes. I just want to emphasize that we're dedicated to work collaboratively with all of our partners here.
What's up, Aaron? Appreciate you for being here.
County, Vancouver PD, and the Sheriff's Office working to resolve these cases. We do have an investigator working the leads in this case. We don't know the motive behind these acts. It sounds like a series of 3 at this point. But we do know that acts like this are targeted and they're intentional. And we're concerned about that intentional act trying to affect the election process. We're dedicated to stopping that kind of behavior.
I'm not really opposed to having, wherever a ballot box or wherever the boxes are going to be, I'm not opposed to having a camera on each one of those boxes. Cameras are very cheap nowadays. It used to be a very expensive ordeal to say something like that. But they're very, very inexpensive now. And why wouldn't we? We have cameras all around the fucking globe. we can check everything, but we don't have a camera on a ballot box or on one of the boxes. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? That's fucking crazy in my opinion. Seymour, good to see you up in here, man. Appreciate you.
We're working for that today.
Good morning. Good morning.
Finally, I just wanted to end with, it is an active investigation. We're following up on the leads that we developed. We're going to have additional information. I think Mike's going to share with us here later today. There's a limited amount of information that we can share because it's an ongoing investigation. So I just wanted to say thank you all for coming out. We really appreciate you being here and sharing what we're doing to resolve this. Thank you, guys.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tim Scott. I'm the Director of Elections for Multnomah County.
Director of Elections for
the details have already been covered. Hello, everyone. I'm Tim Scott. I'm the Director of Elections for Multnomah County.
I can't say that county name. It's right there, Multnomah. Oh, I guess Multnomah.
Details have already been covered.
Just looks crazier than it is.
The good news is the fire suppression devices inside the box extinguished any fire almost immediately. There were only 3 ballots that were in the box out of hundreds that had any damage whatsoever. And we were able to clearly read the voters' names.
Absolutely, Papa. Appreciate you always, man.
So we will be reaching out directly to those that were impacted. Later today, we will have all the ballots processed that were in that box, except for those 3 where
we'll be are we not men? Shout out to you, man. Much love, honor, respect, man.
To those
still
voters.
Waiting on Trump to come out right now.
And I want to make sure that voters can be assured that if they place their ballot in that box between the hours of 3:30 in the afternoon on Saturday.
Max Hardwire, good morning, kind sir. Appreciate you for being here as well, man.
About 3 a.m. this morning, that we have a dedicated line set up for anyone in that situation. That's in our press release from earlier this morning.
There we go. Pronounce clusterfusk. How about that?
Call, someone will answer directly, and we can give them exact information about the status of their ballot if they have concerns.
I'm going to give you the S, literally.
No other ballots in the drop box
because you wrote it
were damaged, and I just want to reiterate that it's important that anyone who sees any suspicious activity around a ballot drop site, please reach out, call us, let us know. I'm really grateful for the support that we receive from the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office,
still waiting on Trump,
police, and the workplace security team. We fortunately had an officer from workplace security in the building last night.
There's no better time,
the
right?
reaction time was very quick.
Do we open this?
We were
Do
able
we crack
to limit
this?
the damage. Thank you.
Uno cerveza. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Multnomah County Sheriff's Office Law Enforcement Chief Kerry Kerr. The Sheriff's Office is working closely with all our law enforcement partners and the elections office to ensure that voters feel safe.
And it is 5 o'clock somewhere. Damn straight.
The ballot drop sites. We want all the community to know that we want to ensure a safe and secure election, and it's something that we take very seriously.
Yes.
Voters can trust that we're taking.
It's very rare for me, Blair. Like, I probably will have one of these in the morning. Only when I do like the live streams, obviously. It's when I do the lives with you guys. But I only do it then. And if I do it, it's maybe like once every couple of weeks. You know what I mean? So
in steps to ensure that the ballot boxes are safe. We're stepping up our patrols, both
cracking. I'm drinking vodka.
Uniformed and non-uniformed around the area.
And you're 2 hours behind me, dog. It's 10 a.m. for me. It's 8 a.m. for you. You still partying.
Within our county. We want you to know that the elections office is also safer than it's ever been before. We have uniformed facility security officers here deployed at the elections office to provide a physical safety presence for everybody. Lastly, the community is our force multiplier. I want to remind people, if you see something, make sure that you say something. Let us know if it's imminent violence, that you call 911.
Damn, that is actually a fact. There is nothing better. Well, I guess maybe a shower beer during the morning. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. That's the best combo.
Make sure you document what you saw or experienced and when it happened and where it happened. If the threat is urgent, not urgent, notify an election official at your polling
Great
place.
jacket.
Any form of voter intimidation, disruption, blocking of access, or vandalism at these sites will not be tolerated.
5 mile
we will
walk.
Respond swiftly.
Damn, you
and
need
they
a
will
car,
be investigated to the fullest extent.
What up, Tad?
I'd like to introduce Multnomah
Good
County
afternoon
Chair
over there in England.
Jessica Peterson.
Good morning, everyone. Multnomah County is committed to the fundamental protection of our democracy. Keeping this election free, fair, and safe is a coordinated effort that involves the many leaders here today and many more across every one of our governments and offices. I need you to know that we are working together and we are prepared for this moment.
No kidding.
As Election Day nears and our community continues
No
to vote,
kidding, Papa.
there may be moments of uncertainty, heightened.
But we got DEI policies, Papa. DEI. We got to be inclusive.
Emotions or unusual events like we had this morning. Elections experts, law enforcement, and partners here in Multnomah County are ready to respond as needed. We will continue to be ready for anything that occurs in the next several weeks. I am so grateful for the essential, hardworking people who work to ensure that we have fair, accurate, and transparent elections, especially in these times where we're events like this morning, along with claims of rigged elections and illegal voters used as scare and avoidance tactics. Tim Scott and his counterparts in law enforcement have decades of experience fine-tuning, scenario planning, and making improvements to our election systems to ensure voter integrity and voter and worker safety. This is absolutely critical in this election and every election. All of the preparation is
Morning, Doc.
off.
We got Dr. Harley up in the building. Look, real quick, we're gonna make a fucking spectacle, okay? Here we go. Hey, man, I very much appreciate you guys. Doc, I appreciate you as well, man. Thank you for being here. And also, guys, if you guys haven't subscribed to my boy Doc and my brother Straight Jacket and Hardwire, if you guys haven't gone over there yet and subscribed to those 3 channels, like right now, like I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing, honestly. Like we're a team here, you know what I mean? This is the Insane Wheels Network, man. Get on board with this shit, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit. Will pay off. We have already replaced the damaged ballot box and voting in Multnomah County continues. We will continue to work together to ensure voters are safe when casting ballots, voters are transparently and validly counted, and our workers feel safe and are able to fulfill their roles. Please do not let today's incidents or anything that happens between now and Election Day to keep you from expressing yourself with your vote. Our democracy depends
how
on—
about I vote at the booth, you know what I mean, on November 5th? How about I actually go when I'm supposed to and go to the fucking actual booth where I can see when I put my ballot in? You know what I mean? Fuck this, like all this mail-in shit, the ballot, all that shit, man. It's subject to fucking terrorists. You know what I mean? It fucking is. What I call domestic terrorists. That's fucking crazy. You want to talk about a threat to democracy? You know what I mean? Fucking crazy.
You can depend on us to keep this process safe and secure.
That's right, Doc.
The best thing you can do to support our elections workers
and
is
to
vote
SNS for putting our links.
Those ballots rolling in.
Thank you.
I encourage you to drop off your ballots in any one of our 30 official drop sites, including some of our libraries. If the closest site to you is temporarily closed, you can find the closest ballot box at maltco.us/drop sites. You can also mail in your ballot and postage is paid. Thank you all for being here, and I want to especially thank everyone who has worked for such a quick response.
Honestly, I think it should be a whole ass holiday. In my opinion, I think it should be a whole ass holiday. Nobody works. Nobody. You know what I mean? Everybody's off. You better have stocked up on the grocery store yesterday, because if you don't got no food right now in your house, you ain't getting no food till tomorrow, type shit. I think, honestly, everybody should be off for Election Day. They should make it as basically as easy as possible for people to vote. You know what I mean? But to do it in person, that's just The best ultimate way to do it.
To this incident. I'll now pass it over for Q&A.
Let me check on Trump.
And before we
he's just coming out right this second. All right. He's just now, because they're just on Q&A. Well, what a perfect time to go ahead and switch over. He's just coming out right this second. I've been going back and forth. All right, so let's go ahead and bring up the volume on this. What the hell's going on here? There we go. It's only on one side. It's only on the left side. Are they going to fix it? Hold on. Let's see if they fix it before I switch to a different outlet. This is off of Forbes breaking news, by the way. Why can't we hear shit? All right. So do we need to get the original? Okay, hold on. Not really sure what's happening here. Let's bring it to PBS NewsHour, who's got it as well. What is going on?
In 4 years,
there we go.
Kamala Harris has obliterated our borders, obliterated. We've never had a situation like this.
I gotta fix my camera again. What the fuck?
Middle class and
oh, of course I hit the wrong thing. Hold on.
Squalor to our cities.
All right.
Is common.
One sec.
And they've unleashed a war and chaos all over the world. You take a look, everything's blowing up or getting ready to blow up. No respect for our country anymore, no respect for our leadership. No person has caused so much destruction and death at home and abroad should ever be allowed to be the president of the United States. You can't have that. You can't have that. So I'm running on a plan to save America.
Straight Jacket is so funny, dude.
We have no choice. It's the greatest there is. We love it, and we're going to save it. We have no choice. And it's going to be saving it from the incredible destruction that's been caused by crooked Joe Biden and Kamala. And she's responsible because he wasn't responsible, and she never said that. He didn't know too much about what was happening. Maybe that was exposed during the debate.
No, I wouldn't say they have an obligation, by the way, Barbie. I wouldn't say they have an obligation. I would say that I think that it's America's obligation to do that for the American people. You know what I mean? So if you're a part of it, if you're a business, of course, I think that you should try to make that as easy as possible for your own employees. Wouldn't you want your own employees to be able to vote? You know? Still,
the way they took that away from him was not right. It wasn't right. Shouldn't have happened that way. They walked in, they said, we're taking it away. They stole the presidency of the United States. You can call it a coup, you can call it whatever, but they stole it. They went in like taking candy from a baby, and can't have that.
Yeah,
and
we
she's
switched
running
over.
On a campaign of demoralization and really a campaign of destruction. But really, perhaps more than anything else, it's a campaign of hate, a campaign of absolute hate. And, you know, I said yesterday that she's a vessel. She is a vessel. It's a very big, powerful party with smart people. I have to be smart. But it's vicious. They're vicious, and they're perhaps even trying to destroy our country. Because who would want open borders where millions of people can flow in from prisons and from gangs, the worst gang members anywhere in the world? Who would want this for our country? Who would want all of these transgender operations all over the place, like at will? Even if you're in detention, I want a transgender. These are things she used to. Who wants to defund the police?
Really,
She's
Barbie?
wanted her whole career to defund the
we
police.
should have that
she
shit.
Only changed recently.
What's up,
she
Penguin
changed on
Posse?
15 different items. Fracking. She was against fracking at the highest level. Wouldn't even think about it. Now all of a sudden, oh, I'd like fracking very much.
That's right, Doc.
But they change after the election in about 2 minutes, and I think Pennsylvania understands that. After 2 assassination attempts in just
glad to hear that about
3
Lee.
months, her lies and her slanders are very shameful and really inexcusable. And I can say that if I were president and somebody was being threatened, openly threatened, like they've threatened me, I would say, if you do that, even if this was an opponent, an opponent who I disliked. If you do that, we will obliterate your entire country, and it would all stop. But they wouldn't make that statement. They won't make that statement.
I'll stick to that. I'll stick to that.
And essentially, that statement has been made by other presidents, even concerning their opponents, as you know. Today, we're going to talk about the real character of Kamala, and a person who has no remorse for the anguish she's inflicted upon families all across America. On the contrary, I have to tell you, Kamala intends to conflict and keep this misery going.
Congress can ruin it all.
Going as long as she can, because that's the only way she can get elected. She's going out and only criticizing, talking about Hitler and Nazi, and because her record's horrible. Her borders are the worst in the history of the world. There's never been a border in the world like this. I always say in third world countries, banana republics.
Listen, Republicans just love to lose on that single policy on abortion. They just love to lose so many fucking elections because of that one thing.
They'd fight them away with sticks and stones if they had to.
Facts, Shadow.
Let them come in. Come on in. Knowing in many cases they're murderers, they're drug lords, they're traitors in so many ways to our country. If they were involved in our country at all, even that, they're coming back in. People that left.
And he's been running nonstop. Steve,
coming back in. Everybody's coming back in.
Sleeping on the plane type shit.
And it's at a level that we've never seen before. Criminals off the streets. And you know, other countries from where they're coming are now setting records, good records for them, where crime is down 70 and 75%. Because they're taking the criminals off the street. They're emptying their jails.
He's like 78 years old. I'd be tired at 29.
Not yet. They've got. I'm amazed. I thought they would have done it by now, but they're. If you take a look at Venezuela, their crime is way, way, way down. Then you go to Caracas, and you wouldn't recognize it. You can actually walk the streets without. Without
Don
being shot
Nelson?
or killed or mugged. It's becoming a safe city because they've taken all their criminals. Most of them. The rest are coming. They're all coming. They've taken their drug dealers and they've put them into the United States of America. Thank you very much, Kamala. Appreciate it.
I would agree with that, Barbie.
But she continues and she will continue this misery, and her policies have caused such harm and such pain. And the three great people up here with me are going to just discuss that for a little while about what's happened to them, how their lives have been shattered. I'd like to begin with the story of one mother whose life Kamala has utterly destroyed this life.
Sadly, it is that way.
We're talking about thousands of people in very similar situations every day under Kamala, open border policies. And if you remember, Joe Biden appointed her as the border czar. She doesn't want to use that term, but let's say we'll just use a different term. She was responsible for the borders. Totally responsible. She never made one call to Border Patrol. 2 weeks ago, the Border Patrol endorsed me with the most beautiful endorsement I think I've ever gotten.
Which was dope. That was dope.
And in all fairness, they've endorsed me every single year, but they've endorsed me again, and they endorsing me.
I gotta make those, are we not, man? Those are coming up next, just so you know. Give me about. If I had to guess, give me about a couple of weeks and I'll have something out. You know what I mean?
And by far on the border. They said that.
I get that, Lee.
They said that, and this is not easy for them to say. They said that she was easily the worst person ever to work with them on the border, most incompetent, the least caring. Think of it. Not one call in almost 4 years was made to Border Patrol. Like,
absolutely,
how
Garrett.
we doing? I used to call all the time. I'd say, how we doing, fellas? How's
Be
it going?
safe over there, Danny.
Well?
Have a good day in class, man.
Great people, men and women, Border Patrol, great people. They want to do their job. She didn't call them once.
Yeah, I saw that SNS.
She released the two men who murdered this woman's very precious daughter. Everything you need to know about what happened and the character.
Bill Nelson.
The character
What's up, my
of
man? As
Kamala
well as Big
Harris,
Joe. Good to
you'll
see you
know
guys.
from just watching this video. We had it done yesterday. It's very, very quick, very easy to do, but it was very heartbreaking. We should.
You'd think that I, as an amputee, would not have some sort of like prosthetic leg emoji? Come on, man.
Stop the cap.
You know me a little bit better than that, dude. You know what I mean?
Stupid.
Come on, man.
Showed it in a room full of people, and everybody was crying. Some pretty tough people were crying. Please take a look.
Oh, it's directly
Sunday
behind him
night,
this time.
I asked her to not stay up super late because of her coming to work with me in
There
the
we go,
morning
Tom. Get out of the way.
to do her summer school. She said, okay. I told her good night and I love you. I went to bed, not realizing that that was going to be the last time I saw her.
We're best friends. Yeah.
We're going to shake it again.
That's right, are we not, man?
I
Facts.
woke up to notice she wasn't in her bed. I'm in my heart trying not to lose my mind because I don't know where she is.
I got to stop the cap and the
I
stupid.
finally remembered her phone had a location on, and her phone was pinging just 2 minutes down the road.
That's right,
right
Doc.
behind the skate park. I start driving to the direction the phone was being pinged at, and
Yeah, what was the deal with
see a
that,
couple
Bill
cop
Nelson?
cars with lights on. I see yellow tape, and immediately my heart drops and
There you go,
sinks
Garrett.
to the
That
bottom
works.
of my stomach.
You got the
My
amputee
daughter's
card from me.
hands and ankles were both bound.
You know how people got like the N-word card or whatever? You get the amputee card from me. You know what I mean? You can use it.
She was strangled to death, left with no pants. And I know in my heart, she fought incredibly hard. She was not going down without a fight.
We begin with two men we're learning are charged with capital murder tonight, accused of killing a 12-year-old girl.
Police say these men strangled her
No
before
way.
dumping her into
Bill.
that creek. Both men
What?
were in the country illegally.
Apprehended, then released by Border Patrol less than 3 weeks before Jocelyn's death. The men accused of killing Jocelyn Nungare are affiliated with the gang known for brutal violence.
Kamala Harris was in charge of immigration in our borders. If we had better border policies and not open borders and not these catch and release policies, I truly
Nikes,
believe.
just so you know, I'm stopping a whole ass live. Like we're watching this shit live. I'm stopping this live for you. Hey, you never have to apologize. I always just appreciate you being here in the first place. I don't want people to actually feel obligated to like be here. I want you guys to be here because you really want to and you got the time or whatever. You know, I don't want to, you know, I don't want you guys feeling like, I got to make every show. You know what I mean? Because that's definitely, I don't want to put that kind of pressure on you guys. I just appreciate you guys being here.
Under her being vice president of this country,
Facts,
my
Dean.
daughter's life was ripped away from her.
I will, Bill.
She had her entire life ahead of her.
Happy birthday, dear Jocelyn.
My daughter is 6 feet in the ground based off of policies that she allowed to keep. Kamala Harris did have one job, and she not only failed, not me, she failed my daughter.
I did
She
see
failed
that, Bill.
Jocelyn. You know, she was only 12.
Walls for Trump or whatever.
President Trump reached out, gave me his sincerest condolences as not a former president, but just as a father, someone
right.
who cares. I believe Donald Trump needs to be back in office.
It's because you've got a wrench next to your name, Steve Easy. I pay you lots of good money, okay, for you to be here. So I expect you to be on time, good sir.
I can at least know that my next child will be safe in this country.
Fucking Beezer. We all love you guys too, Hardwire. All you guys, we love
So
all
I know
you.
we talk about inflation and the economy, but to me, there's nothing more important than the fabric.
Yes, Papa,
Of,
I agree with that shit. All that shit is just propaganda from whatever side you're going to get it from on rallies like this or conferences like this.
Our country
100%.
being destroyed by people placed there violently.
That's right. Hit the
placed
like
there,
button,
as
you
far as
guys.
I'm concerned. Foolishly, stupidly placed there. I think what's happening on the
Motherfucking
border
Anson
is
Knowles
the
up in the
single
building. Good morning,
biggest
Spencer.
issue, and I'm seeing it more and more when I speak. I see it more. Inflation's terrible. It's hurting our country. It's
Facts
just decimating our seniors. That's why I talk about Social Security.
True, Papa.
No tax for our seniors on Social Security because they've been decimated by inflation. But what Kamala did to Jocelyn and the families,
redneck up in the
most
building. I saw your comment
heartless and
in the beginning, by the way.
cold-blooded betrayal imaginable. Thousands of cases just like that. Thousands. In throwing open the border. Think of it, open borders. They come in
100%
from parts unknown. People have no idea who they are, where they're from, anything about them. They know nothing. They just walk into our country. And as soon as I heard they
Are
were
We Not
doing
Men
that, I
is
said,
calling for a membership drive in here, up in this bitch right now. Hey, listen, we get down with our bad selves over here, man.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Listen, your guys' patronage goes extremely far. I can't thank you guys enough for not only just being here, but your guys' support, liking the video, and also all the donations and donated memberships that you guys have done. It goes so damn far, man. Thank you guys.
I know these countries. I know every one of the leaders of all these different countries. They're very smart. They're very sharp. They're very streetwise. I said, I know what they're going to do. They're going to open up their jails and just dump them into.
You're still a prospect with a wrench, okay? Straight. You don't get paid yet.
United States, and that's what happened.
You don't
They
ask
opened
for
up their jails.
pay raises and getting
some
paid.
Of the most ruthless
I will
killers
come
in
to
the
you.
world
Relax
are now
there,
roaming
homie.
our fields and our streets all over the United States. I knew that was going to happen, and I would do the same thing if I were running one of those many.
It's happening right fucking now. Beezer's gifting out a membership. I very much appreciate you, kind sir. Let's fucking go. Appreciate that, kind sir. That's right. Are We Not Men said, who's starting it? And it already popped off. I very much appreciate that. Beezer, who got it?
The countries that we're talking about, and not just the 3 or 4 that we constantly mention that are near us, all over South America, all over the Middle East, all over Asia, all over Europe, all over Africa. Tremendous numbers of people are coming out of Africa, and they're coming from all over the world. They're dumping them at our border, pushing them across the line, and say, don't ever come back. If you come back, we're going to kill you.
Joey M got it. Nice.
And we're stuck with them. But we're not going to be stuck with them for long. So Kamala violated her oath.
That's right. Appreciate that. Are We Not Men?
Laws, and she got innocent.
Papa Penguin
girls
gifting
like
out one as
Jocelyn.
well. Shit, we got to do a full halt real quick. Hey, man. Very much appreciated there. Papa Penguin gifting out one as well, man. Who got it on that one? I want to know. I want to know. Let me know. Appreciate you, Papa.
Tortured and
that.
Killed. Anyone who knowingly sets loose these monsters into our country has absolutely no right to be running for office, let alone the office of president. No right.
Holy shit.
So here
These are
today
gifting out
is
another one.
great.
These are gifting out another one. Let's fucking go. It's fucking going down. You guys are going to give me something called
Emotional damage.
Hey, man, I very much appreciate all of you guys, man.
Person, an American mom, Tammy Nobles. 2 years ago, Tammy's 20-year-old daughter.
Yeah, it is
Kayla
on my end
Hamilton,
too, Tiffany.
who had an autism diagnosis.
Negative 10 grand a month.
found
Damn,
raped,
SNS.
tied up and strangled.
Yeah, you're
to
my
death
investor, right?
With a telephone cord in her home. Kayla's murderer was an illegal
Holy
alien.
shit, Dean gifting out one fucking two. What is going down? We got a real membership drive actually fucking going right now. Holy shit, Dean. Fuck, we're going down today. Hey, thank you so much for your patronage, kind sir. That shit goes very far. Who got that one? So Code got the second one. That's
I took
awesome.
them out by the thousands thanks to ICE.
Or
We're
the
gonna
yeah, the
protect
second
ICE.
one.
Kamala
No, that's
wanted
the
to
third one
defund
now.
ICE. We didn't have ICE.
Now we have 4 total.
We'd never get anybody out. They're tough and they're smart and they love our country. But an MS-13 gang member who was apprehended by Border Patrol,
yes,
but under the policy
we're
of
going for what is known as weed chat. Okay, do you know what weed chat is? YouTube, it's not what you think it is. It has to do with the every name being in the chat. Every single name is green. That's called the weed chat right there. Absolutely.
our border czar, Kamala. He was released into the United States to kill.
One up me,
Tammy,
bitches.
please
I
come
love
up and
that.
say a few words, please. Thank you.
Holy shit. Steve Easy just gifted out one. Holy fuck. What is going down right now? It's fucking actually going down. That's 5 already. Holy fucking shit. Look what you started, are we not, man? I appreciate you, kind sir, for making the call to action. You know what I mean? You gotta have call to action. I very much appreciate that. Also, if you guys are enjoying the video and everything, man, make sure to hit that like button, man. It's free to do so. I very much appreciate you guys, man.
I just wanted to say that Homeland Security did
Yes, Barbie, we are now at 140. So that would make 140 because I was 135 before this show. So that would make 140 now. So yeah, that's fucking crazy.
do their job.
Wow.
Health and Human Services did not do their job. The Biden-Harris administration did not do their job. If they would have done their job, made that one phone call to El
Hell
Salvador,
yeah, Garrett.
my daughter would still be alive today. Kayla was a very beautiful young lady.
That was me.
inside and
That was me
out.
that said that, Nayakis, by the way. I'm the one that said that. She said, I heard someone say that God's country was in the South. Is it still? By South, do you mean the East Coast without a land border? Flooded mountains seems less than ideal if you ask me. Well, you know, it's funny that you say that. Like where I particularly live, I don't have any of what you just said. I live in northern Alabama, and which is considered like the deep South, right? You've got Alabama, you've got Mississippi. Well, I guess so. You got Alabama, Mississippi, North Carolina, Georgia as the deep South, and I don't even know if Florida is considered deep South. I don't even think they are considered that. I think they're just considered South. You can actually look that up on a map where it has red, and then it's got like really dark red. Really dark red is like the deep South. So, yeah, that's what I would consider is the God's country. I think everybody out here considers it God country. So, yeah.
She was independent, learning to become independent. She had 2 jobs. She overcame obstacles dealing, with autism and was able to find a job that she loved. She loved animals, especially her cat Oreo, and she cared about
Oh
the
my God!
homeless.
I didn't
She
even
loved
look.
God,
It's
and
going
she loved
fucking down. It's going down. It's going down. Hold the fucking show. We got Tats that just gifted out one, as well as fucking Brother Beezer just gave out one as well. On top of that, fucking Huggy comes in with one right there, back to back to back. And then a 4th fucking one. Straight Jacket. Holy fucking shit. Fuck, dude. You guys just did a mind blow right there. I very much appreciate all of your guys' support and patronage, man. Let's go ahead and go over this. We got Beezer in the very beginning gifting out one, then Papa, then Beezer again, then Dean, then Steve, then Tats over there in England, Beezer again, Huggy coming in hot, and then Straight Jacket, man. I very much appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so fucking much, man. This is how we fucking grow, man. This is how we keep in business. Thank you guys immensely for your patronage.
From her 3 days after she celebrated her 20th
Now I got to catch up with the
birthday.
chat.
Thank you for having me here today.
I could tell what she just said was really hard on her. You know what I mean? I could tell.
Thank you, Tammy.
Yeah, we're on a bomb one this morning, Tiffany.
And we will not forget Kayla. And she's looking down. She's very proud.
Absolutely,
of Mom.
Doc. We'll see you on the flip side, man. Have a safe,
Kamala's cruel
wonderful morning.
and immoral actions on our border are actually disqualifying, in my opinion. She's unfit. She's an unfit person. And she knows this is going on. She never called anybody.
That's a fact,
including
SNS.
the 13 soldiers that were so needlessly killed in Afghanistan with that horrible moment in time where our country was
Are we not, man? I love that shit. Appreciate you, bro.
That's one of the reasons that Putin went in. He would have never gone in. Ever, he wouldn't have gone in. If I were president, he would have never gone in. I ended his pipeline in Europe, no problem. And what happened? Biden comes in, he proves it right away, but he kills the Keystone pipeline. Putin never would have come in. And he didn't, by the way, for 4 years.
We need to take a sip of this because of you. All of you guys, man.
He saw weakness, and I think a lot of it was seen in that horrible period of time. She is also aiding and abetting the cartels, allowing vast quantities of deadly drugs to pour unchecked into our country. And remember this.
Now we're lock and loaded.
They now have an app.
No, we're not.
You call the app and you
we need left-handed tobacco.
Whatever you want, you bring them over. They'll tell you exactly. Can you believe it? They have an app. And they have airplanes, big, beautiful Boeing airplanes flying back and forth over our border.
Oh, my fucking God. Is this real? Evil Rick just gave out 5 gifted memberships to all of you guys. I'm seriously fucking beside myself, man. I can't thank you guys enough. Like, fuck, man. You know, I still really consider myself a very small beginning YouTuber, man. And I'm very honored that you guys trust and believe in me. And also, you know, like I try to give back as much as humanly possible on the membership only Breakfast Club live streams for you guys. And, you know, I try to give back in every way I possibly can. So make sure if you guys are getting these gifted memberships right now, make sure every Saturday morning, okay, at 10 a.m. CST, same time that I go live Monday through Friday, we have a members only live stream for you guys. So make sure you guys hop in there every single Saturday. It's a great fucking time. Evil Rick, thank you, kind sir. Damn, man.
We're loaded up with migrants.
Fucking
They're
awesome.
Dropping them out in the Midwest. They're dropping them all over the place. And I will tell you, if you look at Aurora in Colorado or in Springfield in Ohio, they dropped 32,000 illegal aliens. They tried to give them
he never misses,
but it's not. Illegal aliens, 32,000 into a 50,000 person town, beautiful town, no problems. And now they don't know what to do. And they want to be nice, and the mayor wants to be nice. His big thing is to get interpreters because they don't speak English. It's very hard to get interpreters. And he's trying to get interpreters. But in the meantime, they're taking up the hospital. So when people from Springfield would routinely be able to check with a doctor.
This is unacceptable, are we not, man? That's hilarious.
The whole town has changed. And this is happening all over our country.
That's right, Lee.
Probably is an even worse situation because you have the meanest, worst gang from Venezuela in the world.
That's right, Nicole. Appreciate you for being here this morning.
MS-13. And they've literally taken over the town. They've taken over large sections of the town.
Yo!
They've gone into the real estate business.
Oh, Beezer's a savage, bro.
Complex. They took over a number of complexes where the people are paying them rent. They've become the landlord. Isn't that nice? And they're rough, tough people, and they have the latest weapons.
That's right, Bill. I see you.
Military quality weapons, and
definitely.
Saying,
there's voter fraud everywhere, man.
Got to get them out of here. We're going to get them out fast. We're going to get them out fast.
I know. I would like some food stamps. That would be really cool if you can send me some food stamps from Florida. That'd be great.
I'm announcing that for the first time.
And for YouTube reasons, I'm joking. Okay, I'm having fun in Minecraft. Okay, that's what I'm doing right now.
Administration, we will be seizing the assets of the criminal gangs and drug cartels.
Membership drive and full effect. Let's fucking go.
To create a compensation fund to provide restitution for the victims of migrant crime, and the government will help in the restoration.
Sheesh. What up, Chase? Up in the beauty. Good morning. Good morning.
But something has to be done, and we're gonna get it done. Kamala has also
well, see, that's the best part right there, Garrett, is you show up for Mike Ball, but you stay for the motherfucking chat, because chat always wins. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? All right, let's get into this.
Untold misery through her.
I already need to reset my cam again.
Economy.
It's lagging. Let me reset it.
This is just, it's like a fake economy. Some of the best people on Wall Street are saying the economy is only good because they think, I don't want to say this because other people have said it. It's not me saying it, but they think Trump is going to get elected. That's the only reason our economy is good. That's the only reason the stock market is up. Scott is here, I think, someplace, and he's one of the most respected people on Wall Street. He's actually made a very big point of it, that the stock market is only doing well because of the fact that they think Trump is going to win the election. So we'll see.
Mega facts, by the way, Steve.
Kamala cast.
You know, that's a humongous W right there. The amount of memberships gifted this month has been amazing to see. Made mad love and respect to all of you legends for supporting a truly authentic brother. Wow, man, I can't thank you enough. That is a humongous compliment, man. And I'm going to be very real. And I say this all the time, but I very much mean it. Like, I am beside myself daily. You know what I mean? With the amount of support that I get from you guys. Like, I don't even know if it's ever anything that I'll get used to. I'm going to be very, very real.
The deciding votes that caused the worst inflation in our
Carney,
lifetime.
You're right. I'm with you.
Maybe the worst inflation we've ever had, because I don't think I know for a fact they're not adding all of the numbers. If they did, I think it's the worst inflation probably in the lifetime of the country. And it's costing typical American families over $30,000. Nearly half of Americans now say they're broke. Think of that. Half of Americans are saying
I
they're
heard
broke.
60%, but he's saying
2/3 say they're living from paycheck to paycheck, and that's a record. We've never had that to that extent. We've never ever had that.
Facts, Papa.
Millions of Americans are lying awake at night, worried about how they'll pay their bills because Kamala wrecked their family finances, and she's done that. She's done nothing good. They have done nothing good. And I speak of Kamala, but it's partially Joe, but Joe's out of it, you know.
Yeah, doesn't he advocate for Anson Knowles? Doesn't he advocate for like red armpit hair and shit? I think I heard him say that on a panel. I'm not even joking.
For a long time.
I fucking love Anson.
Now she
though.
wants
He's
to
hysterical,
raise
dude.
taxes for the typical family by $3,000 a year. She's got no empathy for the hardworking Americans whose dreams she's killed, and said recently that there is not one thing.
You mean if I was actually on the fucking show? Oh my God. You know what? I'll do it just for shits and giggles. I'll just for fun get on one of these dating pop balloon shows or something like that. I'll do it for fun, but there has to be an incentive. Like if we hit like a certain amount of live viewers or donation, you know what I mean? Like we'll make it, because honestly, I don't want to deal with these 304s. I don't want to deal with their fucking attitudes. And you know how I am. So you know that I'm going to look at them straight up and be like, man, fuck all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know that I'm not going to put up with the bullshit. So I really don't want to.
That she
I'll do it for you guys.
Differently from Biden. That's only because she choked. I'm sure she could have come up with a couple of things if she really thought about it, because there's been so much destruction caused by the Biden administration. One of the things that people don't talk about, and the news never talks about.
What's up, Nicole?
They
Good
don't
morning.
talk about, as an example, Afghanistan, but this is something that's incredible, because when you think of the numbers, 325,000 children are missing.
No fucking joke,
dead.
Huggy. And you're a contributor to that as well. And I very much appreciate all of your guys's. I mean, not just, hey, you're giving to me now, thank you now. No, I actually like fucking remember. Like I actually very much support, like, and remember every single person that's helped out the show, man. Like it's something that's deeply ingrained in me.
Sex slaves or slaves. 325,000 children who came in through the open border are now
What's
missing.
up, War Gorilla? Good
Many
morning,
of them
man.
are dead, and nobody talks about it.
That's my brother right there.
I said, this must be a mistake. This can't be possible. When I read it, I said, this can't be. You're talking about take your largest stadium and fill it up many times. That's what.
You're not even joking, Seymour.
Here today is.
Oh,
Michael
it
Coffey,
happened
a small business
again?
owner.
Holy shit. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up. Holy motherfucking shit. Let's stop the show. You know what I mean? Tats over there in England. Gifting out 2 memberships out to the show today, man. Thank you very, very much for your patronage, your
Who
kind,
runs a dry cleaner,
selfless
is struggling
acts.
to get by because of what Kamala has done to his business. They've destroyed small businesses in this country.
Read
Michael,
my comment. Everyone, read my comment. Stop looking at Trump. Read my comment.
I just want to say thank you, Mr. President, for affording.
That's a very good thing that most people don't even know this. Most YouTubers would skip over this. Listen, if you guys have never received a gifted membership and you're wondering why, well, if you go into your chat, there's a setting in the chat. I can't remember exactly where, but there's a setting to turn on accept gifted memberships. Okay. You have to turn that on. I don't know why and you don't have to do that with every YouTuber. It's once you do it in one chat, now you can get gifted memberships from every YouTuber. You only have to do it one time in one chat. You know what I mean? So if you guys have never gotten a gifted membership, that's probably why. Go into the settings on the chat and hit accept gifted memberships. That's how that works. Appreciate that. Are we not, man?
Of joining you here today and sharing my small business story with you folks and the American people. So it's a chain of eco-friendly dry cleaners throughout the Tri-County here in West Palm. And it seems not too long ago, just a few years.
Dude, welfare cheese is the best cheese.
Business owner, we were able to keep up with inflation. There were resources available to us for expansion, or if you had a bad month, if there was something you needed to make up.
Man, it's hard not to. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I'm toughening up.
Just a
sorry.
few short years later, it seems like all of those resources have dried up. The support's no longer there. We had an expansion plan about 6 years ago.
Hell yeah, Carney, I'm with you.
We had to pause because we have to wait for our customers now to catch up with the inflation.
If you guys don't know, we're definitely going to organize a ride where it's going to be a Breakfast Club ride. You know what I mean? Yes, we're going to organize this. I have to get literally back on my feet correctly. Yes, I was able to get back on my feet, a couple days ago, but I can't walk right now. Like I probably will have to be off the leg for another week and a half. I kind of fucked myself up over the weekend, which is no big deal. But what I'm getting at is once I financially get stable enough and I can get, another motorcycle, you know what I mean? Or not another, like meaning I have to get another, you know what I mean? Like I have to get a bike, unfortunately, because as you guys know, I had to sell my bike because of the move here, just the moving cost of just the truck, just to get the one-way truck. And U-Haul was more expensive than Penske, and Penske was $400, $5,300 one way. You know what I mean? I had to sell a lot of shit. Sucked.
The supply chain issues still, because we as a
small business, we're gonna organize that ride, dude.
Double our price points, although the cost of doing business now is 2, 3, or 4 times what it was just a few years ago. So we've had to get creative.
Martin,
our industry,
my boy.
probably 30% in the dry cleaning industry never survived COVID. And just recently this summer, I was contacted by another local dry cleaner here in West Palm. They were asking advice. So husband and wife been there for about 35 years. Their lease was up and the landlord was doubling their rent, which would have meant that that's what they've been paying themselves for probably the better part of 20 years. So they had to make a decision: do they hand the keys back, or do we get creative, work together, pool resources? And so what we did was we figured out the right
America
price points
Uncensored. Much love and respect. I'm glad that you got it, man.
Figured it out. And so they were not able to pay their operations.
Sorry, dude.
They couldn't keep that going.
I gotta show my appreciation, bro.
Business by strategically partnering. And by the end of summer, I think I was contacted by about 12 other.
Stop the cap.
Sounds like you got a little bit of a
emotional damage.
Are you doing what is known as projecting, kind sir? What's happening here? You all right? We need to check up on Steve, chat. This is not good. This is not good. He's projecting everybody.
Other local dry cleaners saying,
check up on him.
You guys help us also because we're going through the same thing. Thank you. And it seems now, so the delta between the reality of what inflation is right now and we have in front of us, the reality of that.
Facts are we not,
small
man?
Business owners' capabilities, that delta is too great. So unless we effect change immediately, I fear that in the next few years, if we don't see that change, we might see another 30% of our industry and others.
Listen, if it looks like a motherfucking fupa, you eat it like a chalupa. You dig? You be a man about that fupa and you eat it like a chalupa. You dig? Yeah.
No longer exist. So I just want to say thank you again, Mr. President, for allowing me to share my Go Green Dry Cleaner story. And thank you.
That was over dry cleaning. Yeah, he's talking about
really
business.
helped a lot of people
I'm
during
joking.
the prime time of the China virus. And we helped a lot of
affect
people,
everybody.
and we did it intelligently. Then when they took over, they just threw money around like it was dirt. And as you know, the recent monster hurricane, Helene, just wiped out so much. If you look at the different states, North Carolina, Georgia.
Yeah,
Alabama.
the only reason why I know about shit like that is because of my parents, you know what I mean? And the people like I hang around bro, are not my age. It never has been, ever. Like when I was a little kid, I was kind of a loner in the sense like everyone knew me, but I didn't want to hang out with nobody. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to hang out with none of them. I wanted to always hang around like older people. I don't know why. I guess I saw a hierarchy there and I was like, why would I want to listen to some kid that's on the same fucking level as me? You know what I mean? Like I want to learn something, I guess, I guess that's the mentality.
South Carolina, Florida, Tennessee. It was just
God damn, I'm really behind on comments.
And the response was the worst since Katrina.
Yeah, it's terrible, really, Steve. It's a terrible feeling.
A lot of people think it was much
I feel
worse than
empty without my
Katrina.
bike.
It's still, they haven't
It was the
shown up.
worst sell I had to do. I wanted to cry about that shit.
The people of North Carolina have suffered incredibly, and it's just nobody to help them. FEMA has been a total disaster. We had FEMA that was
Hardwire, I would never ask that of anybody. What I would want to do is become successful on what I'm doing to be able to be self-sufficient in that. You know what I mean? I don't want to necessarily have to have someone do a fundraiser or anything like that. I don't want people to come out of pocket big time for shit like that. I want to really have this channel be amplified and do well. And then, of course, then everything comes by, that. But your guys' patronage helps towards that, towards me being able to support myself first and then being able to go from there. You know what I mean? It's been a dream for years just to be able to support myself correctly. You know what I mean? Not where I'm not having to fucking stress or worry or sell something that I love. I've been there, done that, homie. I've sold all my shit like 16 times. You know what I mean? I've had to do what I've had to do in order to fucking survive. But hey, man, that's something that I would never ask anybody ever to do. You know what I mean? I appreciate, though, Hardwire, sincerely.
We had our
mega love and
too.
respect.
We had some bad ones, but we did a great job with it.
I did love that shit, Martin.
There. And then you see that they, originally blamed and then they tried to take it back. But it was
I know, I'm
late,
so behind,
said
Steve.
that the money was spent on bringing illegal migrants into our country. They spent close to $1 billion. And these were funds.
Ryan, to get Mike back on a bike. No, dude, like, that's what I mean. Like, I want to be able to do it myself. You know what I mean? I don't want people to come out of pocket like that. That's all I'm getting at.
North Carolina recently, and I looked at devastation that was just, unbelievable.
Yep. Oh my God. We're just in really, really good conversation right now with the chat. Okay, so my leg, it's definitely a 6-figure leg. Like that's what's crazy about these. And arms are very expensive as well. Usually legs are cheap. You can get them cheap, somewhat cheap. And yeah, what I mean by that is somewhat cheap is like anywhere from like $5,000 to $10,000. But these legs run up, $200,000. You know what I mean? They're very, very expensive pieces of equipment, and I consider it my body. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's crazy.
There's nobody there from the federal government. The local people have done incredible things.
Yeah,
Franklin
check up on my
Graham's
brother
done
Steve. That's right.
things. He's been amazing, but there was nobody there. So we're pleased also to be joined by Christy Shamblin, person I know and I've gotten to know
Without
over
pay.
the last year or
Without
so.
pay, Papa.
The mother-in-law of fallen Marine Corps Sergeant Nicole G. Nicole made the ultimate sacrifice during the disaster.
Check the odds and let me know.
Not
I'm
that
interested.
We were withdrawing. I was going to withdraw, but we were withdrawing with dignity and strength and power, and we were going to keep Bagram.
Part of what you signed up for over here, Martin.
Because of the fact that it was so close to where China makes their nuclear weapons 1 hour away. We should have kept it, and we didn't do that. But
yep, find another room at that point, Papa. 100%.
They took the soldiers out first. No, you take the soldiers out last. I went 18 months without one soldier. I spoke to Abdul, the leader of the Taliban. We went 18 months without one soldier even being shot at. No soldier being killed for 18 months.
Facts, Steve. Facts.
And then we left, and you had this group of incompetent people take over. Guys like Milley should have been fired. They should have been fired. Anybody that was involved with that disaster should have been fired. She was one of 13 U.S. service members who lost their lives. Kamala said she was the...
I agree with that, Papa. 100,000%.
Kamala was the last person in the room. She was involved in everything. She takes credit for that. She was involved in everything. That means she was involved in disaster after disaster, because nothing good has happened with this administration, except that our country has gone to almost a third world status. With Biden, when Biden...
Yeah, Garrett, unfortunately, college is just, it's like a fucking scam now. I'm not saying all college is, obviously, but a majority is, man. And it's so fucking expensive, and it's damn near impossible. You know what I mean? And they fuck you on loans. They do all sorts of shit. Just ask Brother Hardwire in the chat. Ask him.
Made a decision. She said she was there. Oh, she was there. But the Afghanistan decision was a disaster in so many different ways. And now you take a look at it, they're right back to what they were doing before, except much worse to women. They're worse to women right now than they were even before it started.
Yes, Steve.
But Kamala never reached out to the family members of the warriors. And she said she was going to, but she never did. She never called anybody. And Christy, I'd like you to come up and say a few words, please.
I guess we got some lady named Christy coming up. All right, let's see what she got to say.
Hi. Good afternoon. Good morning.
Speak up.
My name is Christy Shamblin, and my daughter-in-law was Sergeant Nicole.
Stop yelling at us, lady. Stop yelling. Relax. Take it down a notch. All right, dude?
Nicole Leanne G.
Fucking yelling at our asses.
In the botched Afghanistan exit at Abbey Gate. She was the cornerstone of a very large family. And instead of planning family gatherings and holiday meals and Christmases and baby showers.
Oh, she getting serious.
Our family and thousands of other families plan outings at funeral grave sites.
If you have internet, you're good.
Family celebrate my daughter-in-law at Arlington National Cemetery because she is in the ground. Her story isn't unique to our family. She's just ours. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of wounded.
She's yelling at us. She's. Do you not hear her screaming at us, Beezer? This lady is just, I mean, off the chart. She needs to bring down the levels. The DB levels are. She's just screaming at us.
Veterans who came home from that war, who need our help and who are
What's up,
ignored
Rebecca?
by our current administration. President Trump demonstrates peace through strength. I know what he told the Taliban when he was negotiating with them because I've made it my business to know. And what he said to them when he was negotiating with the Taliban, he said, I will kill you if you harm one hair on one head of an American.
Yeah, that's right. In order to continue, no, I'm just kidding. Should I pull the Andrew Wilson? In order for me to continue on with this live video here, I need some palm greasing to do an absurd profit break. That's what it is. We're doing an obscene profit break. In order to continue, I need to feel like I've got my palms greased a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I'm just fucking playing with y'all.
President Trump shows up, he reaches out, and he can fix our country, and we can all heal
I am
together.
too, Beezer. That's why I speak so damn loud.
Thank you very much. It's so sad. So many cases like this. Nobody should have died. First of all, when they left, the soldiers should have been there. They shouldn't have been home watching, except for a small group, and many of them got killed, and large numbers.
Absolutely, Anson.
The arms,
I feel like I should be getting paid to fucking watch this shit by myself too. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because a lot of this shit is, I mean, it's redundant and there's not a lot of super energy in this room, in his room right now. You know what I mean? Just is what it is. And yeah, just is what it is, right? At least I'm making it a little entertaining.
Nobody talks about them. I talk about them all the time.
Bro, bring it.
Thank you, Christy, and we'll carry Nicole's memory in our hearts forever. The full consequences of Kamala's 4-year reign are almost too.
Steve, stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
Hold on. It's because you're an OG that belongs in a Pendleton. All right? Relax on that. We know that you a gangster. We already know. Listen, you don't need to cap on me. Listen, when I'm out there riding, yeah, I might have a Dixon on. But when I'm like out and chilling and shit like that and hanging with the homies, yeah, I got my Pendletons. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
Terrible to discuss.
Real gangsters wear Pendletons.
We're coming to the end of a great campaign. I think we've had a great campaign.
Straight jacket.
We've really not been provided the kind of protection that I needed as president, but I said we have to do it anyway. When Secret Service would ask for additional people, oftentimes we would be turned down. They were constantly asking for additional people.
Yeah, there's been audio issues this entire time, by the way, Rebecca. On one news outlet, you could only hear from the left ear. This outlet, you've got this weird like spark. You can actually hear the back. Like what it is when wires get crossed, they make a sound, and it's like a background humming that you guys can barely hear. And it sparks up higher and higher sometimes when voices are amplified and shit like that.
And I found Secret Service to be very brave. When I was hit.
Oh, the working man's flannel.
Down,
you wear the working man's
on
flannel.
top of me within
Papa,
seconds.
I respect that.
What, those bullets were flying right over my head. I heard them. And these guys were right. I don't know how they didn't get hit, actually, but they were right there. You take a look at the.
Yeah, that's right, Beezer.
One thing we would say, the video is there for people to see, but they were never given the kind of help that they requested.
No. Like all these people in here, they're all homies. Like Anson Knowles, like that's a homie. You know what I mean? Like I love seeing the funniness. You know what I mean?
Massively large, and they needed more people, and they were always fighting for more people, and it was never given to them. Now they're being given.
Oh yeah, Pendletons. Those are the original gangsters.
That was a constant fight.
That's what they wear.
Come to me and they'd say,
they're very expensive.
They don't want to give us the people, and yet Biden was covered, and they'd have like.
I have 6 Pendletons from the '60s. I have 6 Pendletons from the '60s. I'm a very loud person. I told you I'm already deaf, Frank. I have a Pendleton, multiple Pendletons from the '60s, and that's from my mom's father. My mom's father, that was passed down to me, and those things are very, very expensive. If you guys look them up, yeah.
But,
for flannels, yeah.
Kamala is grossly incompetent, a total train wreck who has destroyed everything in her path. She's destroyed everything. She left 21 million aliens pour across.
I think I have 6 of them from the '60s.
Maybe in a short while has to go home, and she'll
And then I have brand new ones. I have like a closet full of brand new ones. You know, brand new Pendletons. I have probably like anywhere from 2015 or 2013 to now. I probably have, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 Pendletons. I don't know. I'm weird with them.
For a job someplace, who knows? But think about it. And she can look at the carnage, and she can look at all the people that have been killed. And you haven't seen anything yet because they've just started. They're just getting comfortable in our country. These are very tough people. These criminals make our criminals look like nice people. And she let the more than 13,000 convicted illegal aliens, nobody would have let these people into our country. And remember, they came out of the worst prisons.
They're all
in the
welcome.
world.
They're all
The
welcome,
meanest,
hardware.
nastiest prisons in
It's
the
all
world.
part of growing.
And when she says that she wouldn't do anything different, does that mean that she would have let 325,000 migrant children probably die, most of them, many of them? But at a minimum, they're slaves or they're sex slaves. And they're all over the country.
That's right, Mister.
Does
Let
that
them
mean
know.
that she wouldn't have changed that? Does that mean that she wouldn't have changed so many of the other things that led to so much death and destruction and even financial destruction of our country itself? We could end up in a depression because of what she's left with us. They are the worst combination, president.
Absolutely, Tiffany.
Vice president,
You and Lee get better in there in the hospital. I don't know if you guys know, but Lee is in the hospital right now and being seen by the doc, and they're bringing his blood temperature down, which is great. And I think it is way lower than it started. You know, in the very beginning of this show, he was like at an insane rate. And right now he's, I believe he's stable. It's been what I've been told.
Our country, and I often say Jimmy Carter's a happy man because his administration, by comparison, was totally brilliant. It was brilliant. After Kamala endorsed defunding the police, she bailed out rioters, looters, and murderers, took them right out of jail during the violent crimes in the United States. Remember, that was in Minnesota. Minneapolis was burning down. It was burning to the ground.
It sure the fuck was, Trump.
Said, this is a friendly group of people. And over his shoulder, the entire skyline was burning. I've never seen it.
Looked like fucking Iran over there.
Crime
yeah.
In the United States is up 37%. All of these different crimes are up anywhere from 37 to 105% over a very short period of time. And
still within the price range.
Nobody cares about it. Very simply, Kamala Harris is not fit to be your president. We can't have it happen. We can't have it happen. We're going to make this country strong again. We're going to make it great again. We're going to be respected again.
You're out there chanting Trump.
Her message has been a message of hate and division.
I never wore them either because they didn't look right on me, by the way. I always wore it from the very beginning. I had two type of shoes that I always wore. It was Chucks and it was Vans. That's it. Converse and Vans. And on the Converse, it's got to be high tops. Sorry, just is what it is. And then when it comes to Vans, it's got to be low top. That's for me. And the original Van shoe, what you guys always see me in, I've been wearing that same style of shoes since I was like in middle school, dude. Like I haven't worn any other type of shoe. Even before I was amputated, I was the same way. I just kept only Vans. Like that was my thing. It's just a look, I guess.
And my message is about saving
it sure the fuck has been, Steve.
Our border, bringing together the greatest and broadest coalition in American history. There's never been a coalition like this. Everybody's included. And on issue after issue, she broke it.
Facts,
Papa.
Papa.
It together. But for purposes of this election, she broke it. Can't let her go. And I'm going to fix it, and I'm going to fix it very fast.
I agree with that, Garrett. I think that they should be only talking about what they are going to do to better this country themselves. What they are going to do. Not, hey, what about they, though? What about they though? What about them though? Yeah. The pointing of fingers is very obnoxious. I wish that they could just go, hey, this is what I'm going to do. Now, Trump has kind of laid that out, what he's going to do, which is great. But of course, he goes on for forever and he'll speak on and on and on. And he'll say some shit that should not say. You know what I mean? But he does do it. He's kind of a loose cannon in that regard. And hence why some people like him and some people don't. That's one of the qualities, his personality, right? But yeah, I wish the rhetoric would calm down.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. On the illegal immigrants that will be taken out of the country, as you know, we're going to be taking them
Good.
out,
I'm glad you got them there.
We have laws that will be immediately enacted where they serve 10 years in prison. They won't come back. And if that's not long enough, we'll have to do something else. But we don't want them back. They're not going to come back.
Damn, Barbie's going out on a limb over here. I wish I had a limb. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there is at least one guy in the chat that wore platform boots in the 70s. Oh, shit. She's calling somebody out.
And as you know, we're asking for the death penalty for any migrant who comes into our country and kills an American citizen or a police or law enforcement person. Because we have to protect our police. Our police are under siege also at numbers that nobody thought were possible. The worst they've ever seen. It's very hard to recruit. And really for not just the danger, it's hard to recruit because they don't have the spirit anymore.
I agree with that, Garrett.
Because they're being led with people that are spiritless. They really are spiritless. They can't instill spirit. But so that's any citizen. They
Hell
get
yeah,
killed,
Huggy. I'll check that out.
It's the death penalty, and that includes police or law enforcement officers.
Facts, Seymour. Absolute fact. You guys are on a bomb one this morning.
We're going to revive our economy.
Yes. So in the beginning of this very, very stream, okay, Unapologetic American, in the very beginning of this stream, I covered for about the first 20 minutes, we covered that whole thing with the ballot boxes being on fire in Portland and Washington. Yes, we covered that just this morning.
System of very fair, very reasonable tariffs.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about it like that, Claire.
So powerful. We've never used them. I used them. China paid us hundreds of billions of dollars, and no other president's gotten 10 cents from China. China had a free ride, but so did many other countries. European Union is taking advantage of us. They don't take our product, and yet we take their product all over the place. We take their farming product. We take their cars left and right? BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, millions and millions. They don't take our cars. I said to Angela
I'm the same way, Papa.
Angela, how many Chevrolets do we have in Berlin? Why? I don't believe you have.
No, you're all good. We're covering it all today.
We're going to change it. But they don't take our product. We have a deficit with them of over $300 billion. Think of that. And people think of them as friendly, but they're very tough and very.
You know what? I'm going to grab another beer.
United.
I'm going to grab another beer. I'm doing it.
Of the United States.
I'm doing.
That's why they united. That's why they formed their coalition, and that was done to take advantage of the United States. So we know how to take advantage of them. We're going to take it back. We're going to take it all back. Those countries, many of those companies will be coming back. They'll be coming back because when they're told that they're going to have to pay a 25% tariff or 50% or 100%. We saved our steel industry when I imposed.
Fuck, Carney, I didn't think of that.
On China's
I
steel coming in. They were dumping steel here by millions and millions and millions of yards of steel like nobody's ever seen. Our steel businesses were going out of business. We can't lose our steel industry. If for no other reason, our own security. We need steel.
Cheers to everybody, man.
We go to war. We're not going to go to war. We're not going to have World War III. But if we ever go to war, you better hope that we have a steel industry, or those beautiful tanks and everything else that we need to make won't be made. The planes, the tanks, the whole thing. And I saved it by imposing tariffs. They were dumping it. I think they were dumping it.
Totally not going to happen.
Every steel plant would have been.
It is political talk.
I did, and we happen to be taking in.
Good call out, by the way, Papa.
In fact, it's so good that Biden has been trying his best to end it, but he's unable to do it. Too much money. It's been too much money. They're paying a fortune, but I would have had it a lot different. And we'll get along with China. We'll get along with Russia. We'll get along with everybody. We had the fake Russia hoax, which took 2 years. And then they came out with a report that we did absolutely nothing wrong. That was a stat.
Honestly, I hop on one leg. That, you know, I've been doing that forever. So I'll show you guys. Fuck it. So I hurt myself over the weekend. I kind of got myself all healed up on my leg. And usually I don't show you guys this shit. But so the very front on my shin, where you guys are going to see, you guys are going to see a crater that was made from an infection that was put there essentially from a pressure sore. I had to beat that infection 3 different times. And they said on the 3rd time, if I don't beat it, that they're going to have to amputate my leg above my knee. So obviously took that very serious. And then I beat it, but it left a crater there. So now the skin healed up in a crater. And so now when I put the leg on, it'll rub together the skin to skin, and it'll bleed out. And then hence why you have to recover from that. Well, I just recovered from that. Well, I went to go take my first steps for the very first time on Saturday afternoon. And it was a great time, but I couldn't really fit into the leg because my leg is swollen up some size because I'm not using it. You know what I mean? And so what I ended up doing is I ended up putting my leg on without it really correctly fitting me, and not meaning in the sense that you're supposed to allow yourself to shrink a little bit. Your leg is supposed to shrink from the swellingness when you kind of put that pressure on, but you have to do it slowly. Well, I kind of rushed it and went out that night, was fine. Yeah, it hurt like a motherfucker, but I was fine. The second day, I went out again, and that was a longer day. And so when I came back, I took off my leg and it was completely all fucked up. You know what I mean? And that's because of the amount of pressure that was put onto that leg, where it should have came down in swellingness. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what it looks like right now. Now, right now it looks fucked up. Now, don't worry. I've been through this a million fucking times with shit like this. It's not a big deal. It just looks kind of fucked. So it'll take about a week and a half to recover from it. But so you see the bottom there? See that discolor? That's like skin that got ripped. And this is the crater. And that's like super, super pain. But like I packed that with cotton balls, and then I put a Band-Aid on top, and then I put the leg on, because if I don't, the skin to skin will rub and then you bleed. So you just got to you got to make shit happen, right? And so the skin itself ended up rubbing right here and shit like that. And it really fucking like rashed it up, and it actually really irritated that skin. So it all became like inflamed, and like it's just very painful. Let's just say it's just extremely painful. But I don't talk about this shit unless obviously I have someone that wants to like ask me a direct question. But yeah, man, appreciate it.
To the people doing it, they couldn't say there was nothing. We had nothing. They checked millions of phone calls, not one call made to Russia, not one call. It was a terrible thing they did to the country, and actually put us in a lot of danger, to be honest with you. I didn't have somewhat of a relationship with Russia and Putin and all. We had to have it. And by the way, getting along with President Xi and Putin.
I accepted it a long motherfucking time ago, are we not, man? I accepted this shit a long time ago. When it happened to me, I accepted it. You know what I mean? It's just all a part of being an amputee now, that you're going to just have lifelong problems. You just have to accept that shit. If you're going to have a medical condition, you have to know that it comes with fucked up shit. There's going to be times where you can't just fucking walk around and do what you want, you know, and you have to accept that in the very beginning, which I did. I survived a 1 in a quite billion a chance. And it's just been a bonus every single day since the accident, March 6th of 2021. So every single day has been a bonus since. So I'm just lucky to be here talking with you guys right here, right now. You know what I mean? So that's different mentality, PMA, positive mental attitude.
When I met with Obama, his wife was very nasty to me the other day. Oh, that was not nice. She was very nasty. She said nasty things. I was always...
Yeah, I'm sure you do, Blair.
I was always very respectful of her, but she got up there, which shows you how nervous they are about what's happening. But she was nasty 2 days ago.
It's all good, Gunpowder. It's all good.
She shouldn't have said. They were wrong too. but we're going to turn our country around, and we're going to pay a lot of respect to
Martin,
the three representatives, because that's what they are. They're representatives of millions of people. I mean, the businesses, so many businesses are just dying right now.
Yep. Technology is amazing, bro. And people get better and better at their craft. And yeah, hence why they used to be just, if someone lost an arm, dude, it would literally just be a hook. And a lot of that is still offered to this very day for the people that can't afford it, which really sucks. But at least they have something, right? But, prosthetics are very expensive. Like I said, my leg alone is over 6 figures.
That millions and millions of people, they're representative of, and our wounded and our hurt soldiers, we have to take care of them. They came back from Afghanistan. Boy, nobody talks about it. They just don't talk about it, but I talk about them, and we're going to take care of them. We had the greatest success
what they need to do,
with the VA.
What needs to happen is where I showed you guys the crater on my leg. What needs to happen is they need to surgically, basically kind of like a facelift, they need to take that crater out. They need to dig out that skin where there's no more skin and then sew it together. You know what I mean? Which is fine, but I can't do that until I get my medical insurance, and I can't get my medical insurance until I get my disability. You know what I mean? I've been fighting my disability for 4 fucking years with a lawyer, mind you, with a Social Security disability lawyer. Yeah.
The Veterans Administration, we had a 92% approval rating. We got it so they had choice because they were waiting 4, 5, 6.
No, I have not, Papa.
They were waiting 4 or 5, 6 months, 7 months to see a doctor.
I appreciate you, Frank.
And I came in and I got.
Yes, sir. We got beers.
Great Congress people.
I'm on my second.
We have some great ones. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We've got quite a few of them. And I didn't even tell
appreciate
them
that, SNS. Yes, that is my Instagram link, man.
Oh, yes. Very good. We have one of the greats. But
PMA, positive mental attitude.
A lot
man.
of people wanted. I didn't tell anybody to be here, actually.
Damn. I didn't tell anyone to be here. They just showed up.
But we have to take care of our military. Think of this. Soldiers who are waiting 6 months to see a doctor. Can you imagine yourself? You don't feel good. You could be cured with a pill or with a shot.
It's a new normal. You accept that there are certain things in your life that you have to accept. And one of them, for instance, here's a for instance that most people don't even think about. As an amputee, you can no longer stand in the shower ever. You know what I mean? Yeah, you could get a shower leg. I'm not going to ever do that. That's pointless. And I have to be able to clean my leg. And there's no way you can do that with the shower leg. So it doesn't make sense. Anyways, you have to sit on a shower chair every single day. And one of those things, it was part of the acceptance, was doing something like that, because that can trigger a PTSD that can also like remind you, oh, motherfucker, I can't do what, you know what I mean? See, the way I look at it is, if I can't do it exactly like you, I can do it my way. And what's wrong with that? Everyone wants to be unique until it's time to do unique shit. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You just got to look at life. It's all about perspective, man. Everything is perspective.
It was something very minor, like a minor operation. And after 6 months, you're now terminally ill. So I made it. And they've been trying to do this for 48 years. I made it. We call it choice, like school choice, which is also a very good thing, by the way. But we call it choice, where you have your choice.
No, I'm honored, Martin.
If you
I
have to
appreciate
wait
you,
more
man.
than one day, you go outside, you get a doctor, you get yourself fixed up, and we pay the bill. And it's been unbelievable. I heard just the other day for the first time that Kamala and Biden are trying to destroy that. They're trying to make it so that you have to wait for 6 months again, back to where it was. We had a 92% approval rating. And now, if they go back to that, you were going to have, I did another thing you weren't able to get because of civil service. You weren't able to
Yes, I want to, the very end of the leg, mind you, this is what I want to do. I want to tattoo a shark's mouth. You know what I mean? Where the mouth is right here. I want to get that mouth. You know what I mean? It'll be a shark. It'll be dope as fuck. You know what I mean? I definitely want to do that. Interesting question, by the way.
Well, if somebody was a degenerate, if somebody was terrible, if they treated our
All
heroes
traditional,
badly,
American traditional,
we
by
want
the
them
way.
fired. We want them fired immediately, but we were unable to get them fired because they were protected by unions and by civil service. And I had
I
it
get that,
passed in
Evil Rick.
Congress, which people have also been trying to get. And we were able to fire 9,000 people.
That's right. Are we
out
not?
of the VA
He's
and
calling out.
replace
He's
them with
calling out the
people
show. We're going to go ahead and do the. We're stopping the motherfucking show. Hey, he's calling out for the membership drive. We're getting crazy out here. We're still lit. We're still live, and we're on our second beer, man. And we also got our left-handed tobacco as well. We're getting down with our
that love our heroes as opposed to sadists. We had sadists. We had sick people.
Bro, I'm in love with these fucking things. If you like a Bloody Mary, okay? I know this sounds gay. I know. But if you love Bloody Marys, this is like a Bloody Mary in a can. Like it comes perfect. Like you don't have to add the hot sauce. You don't have to add the shit. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to do shit with it. You don't have to add the Greek seasoning and all that. It's just naturally fucking great. You got to try this shit. This is what it is. Bud Light Chelada made with Clamato. Super fucking bomb. Oh, dude, I'm hooked on them. Ever since I moved here.
Really harmed our great people.
I see you, Dean.
We were able to get rid of them. We got them out, and we replaced them with people that can love and take care of these wonderful people that served us so well. So we did good. We had a 92% approval rating. They've been in the 40s and the 30s, and now it's heading back in that direction.
Terrible,
I
Mr.
hear they want to dismantle everything. And it's almost like you'd say,
yep, that is true, Papa.
Why would they do that? And yet they'll spend, you can't say money because they give away hundreds of billions of dollars to anybody.
80 days. So the last time I was off my leg was 88 days. This time that I was off my leg, and then I walked 2 days ago or whatever. It took me only 80 days. So each time it's almost 3 months that you have to be essentially where you can't be on your leg. And it's a lot of work.
They won't take care of our veterans. They won't take care of our people. They won't take care of our soldiers. They won't take care of our elderly. They won't take care of anybody, but they give every time certain people come to town.
Oh, dude, yeah. If you love Bloody Marys, this is it.
For countries that many people have never even heard of. So I just want to tell you, this is a campaign that's been long and hard. I've been on the road or campaigning for 58 straight days. I haven't taken a day off. I'm proud of that. And I won't be taking one off. We have 7 days to go. You can be sure I won't be.
Wow.
And do many, many things.
No way, Nitro. I'm so fucking sorry to hear that. That's terrible.
Their commercials, and they're really fraudulent. They'll say
facts, Huggy.
They'll say everything exactly.
I've essentially, for me, I've been waiting to see a proper doctor for a year and almost 2 years. Yep. Fun.
Exactly the opposite. Oh, I want to destroy Social Security. No, they're going to destroy. I'm the one that saved it. And for 4 years, we made it even better. I'm the one, and I didn't raise ages. I didn't do the things that they're going to do because they're allowing millions of these people to go onto Social Security, Medicare. They're going to destroy it. She's going to destroy the whole country.
Yeah, you can't just allow anybody to get on Social Security. I agree with that, what he just said. Yeah, I do agree with that. But there are people like me who really fucking need it. And people like, I'm sure there's people in the audience right now that need it. You know what I mean? There are people in societies that need it. But unfortunately, it's always going to be exploited. You know what I mean? And what's really frustrating is that you'll have an illegal migrant that will have, more care, more resources than the guy that fucking paid into the fucking system for over a decade at 29 years old. You know what I mean? Which is crazy because it's like, man, all I need is to be able to be seen. All I need is to be able to have this little surgery on my leg, and then I'm good. But I can't get that until I get my fucking medical. You know what I mean? It's very hard. Very frustrating, too.
The statements that they make are exactly
but it is what it is.
They will say, I'm going to raise taxes. He's going to raise taxes. Just the opposite. I'm going to lower taxes, and I have done that. But I'm going to lower taxes, and she's raising taxes by 30, 40, and 50%. but they'll have a commercial. And I just say this to you because I hope people understand. These people lie.
Oh,
They lie.
what are you
They're
saying, that I
very
can't wipe my own ass?
disingenuous, and
Stop the cat.
we are going to finish up our campaign. And it's interesting because I haven't taken any time off for a long time. I tell you who can tell you about that, all the people that follow us, including the people in the campaign, but including Secret Service who has
It'll happen. It'll happen, Frank. It's just in due time. You have to be patient. That's all it is.
Very, very
and we got Jess up in the building. Shout out to Jess. Appreciate you for being here. Much love to my Aussie sister.
And yet a couple of days ago, she took off, and then she took off again and again and again. I say, how many times? You know, you're running for president of the United States. You had, like, at that time, about 20 days left. How the hell do you take off, right? You got to work. You got to work. So she says her teleprompter broke. Yeah.
Well,
she better hope it doesn't. You know, they break. And if you don't know how to do it without a teleprompter, you got a problem. And she does it.
Well, we all know that Trump can go on and on and on. One that will not stop speaking, and one that won't speak enough. It's very crazy.
Without a teleprompter. So I just wish they'd stop lying, because the lies.
That's right, Steve. Boom. That's some bomb shit.
And probably some people believe them. But the good news is
20 would be the number. So right now I'm at, let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. We're at 15. So honestly, anytime I'm doing anything with members, I aim for 20. You know what I mean? But I didn't even aim for this show to be a drive. I didn't mean for that to happen. You made that happen. So I very much appreciate the call to action, my brother. Appreciate that.
Is 7 states, Republicans never lead in the early voting because for whatever reason, it's habit or it's a certain security they feel in going to the booth. They believe in principle.
Hey, SNS, I get that shit. That's heavy, man. Sorry, it's like that.
In early, every single
Social Security is a type of there's a section of disability, and then there's normal social security that you get when you retire at age now 67. You get Social Security if you paid into it. Then there's a subsection of Social Security, which is disability. You have disability through the federal government. Then you have state disability, which I didn't qualify for because I worked out at sea. Fucking bureaucracy, red tape, bullshit. So I didn't qualify for any state bullshit. So I only could apply for federal. Very annoying.
Leading in every single state at an early. And we don't need all of them, but and some states are in play that nobody thought would ever be in play. But I think people are saying because again, we're the party of common sense. We're the party of common sense, and we want to have strong borders. We want to have great elections. We want to have fairness. We don't do things like we're not going to have men playing in women's sports. I mean, that's okay.
Yeah, and Trump is right about that shit. That's crazy.
So we're the party of common sense, and we're the party of fairness, and we have a coalition. Nobody's ever seen anything like
it's ass backwards, Rebecca.
Has ever seen anything like what happened the other night at Madison Square Garden? The love.
He did get
the love in that room.
Insane response.
It was
that 28,000 people out in the stand, and then there was like I guess tens of thousands of people that were turned away. That's fucking crazy.
Breathtaking. And you could have filled it many, many times with the people that were unable to get in. But
exactly, America.
Politicians that have been doing this for a long time, 30 and 40 years, said there's never.
It'd be one thing if I even got to the front of the line. Like I should at least get in front of the line in front of the foreigners. I should at least get that. I don't need anything else. Fuck all this DEI, fucking, what race you are, all this shit. Fuck all that. No, I just want to get in front of the foreigners. That's all I asked for as an American citizen who paid into the Social Security disability.
And an event so beautiful. It was like a love fest, an absolute love fest. And it was my honor.
Are we not, man? Yeah, well, you got big aspirations, brother.
They started to say, well, in 1939, the Nazis used Madison Square Garden. Well, And you know what?
That's a test question, Barbie.
1939, the Nazi. They were.
It was a test question.
How terrible to say, right? Because, you know, they've used Madison Square Garden many times. Many people have used it.
Oh, my God,
Nobody's
Jess.
ever had a crowd like that. And I tell you what, right now, nobody's ever had love like that. That was love in the room. And it was love for our country. It was really love for our country. So we're going to fight like hell for the next 7 days.
Wow.
And then hopefully... And then hopefully, and most importantly,
I have a lawyer.
We're going to be fighting even harder.
That's what's crazy about the whole thing, dude.
We're going to turn this
Takes forever.
around, and we're going to make this country greater than it has ever been. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Good job, Trump. Even though there wasn't a lot of excitement. There wasn't a lot of excitement on Trump's end there. But there was enough excitement over here with the Insane Wheels chat. The Breakfast Club, man. Big round of applause to each and every single one of you guys for hanging out with us and having a great-ass time with us. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you guys decided to be here. And that is the biggest honor and respect that I can possibly get, man. I'm very honored by each and every single one of you guys. Is there anybody that's live right now? You know what I mean? Like, let's go ahead and see. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can do this. Now, I don't even know how to properly, I mean, I guess I would have to go into like the settings or whatever to direct. But let's see if there's anybody live right this second. We got, do you guys want, oh, Chaotic Truth is on right now. That would be an interesting thing to send you guys into. There's always some interesting ass conversations. Okay, let me go ahead and see if I can do this properly. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to try to see if I can send you guys over there, which would be super cool. Of course, I'll do my outro and all that stuff still. But I'm going to send you guys over to a channel afterwards. I haven't actually done this on the channel yet because I used to do this on Twitch. I'd never used to do this on YouTube. I started YouTube not even that long ago, right? So I'm still learning how that works. So I'm going into... seeing settings. And then there's the redirect, right? Permissions. Channel. No, I don't even see it. Community. Is it under there? Nope. Well, I tried. I mean, once I figured that redirect thing, unless I... See, what we used to do on Twitch, dude, is what we used to do. Oh, my fucking God. Jess. Holy motherfucking shit, dude. Thank you so much. We just hit our goal of 20 gifted memberships, but we actually got 25. Thank you for the extra 5 on top of that, man. Yeah, it used to be Twitch raids. That's what it used to be. And we used to do, like, the /raid and then the channel name. Well, you can't do that anymore. You know what I mean? Now you have to like type it in properly and all this bullshit into like a setting of the actual video itself. Let me go ahead and bring you over to what I see so you guys can see what the fuck I see. All right. So I know that you have to go into here. Okay. So this is the video that is live right this second. Okay. So this is all the behind the scenes bullshit. Now, there is a redirect somewhere in here. You know what I mean? I just have to... Oh, there it is. I just found it. No, I don't want to redirect my own channel. I don't want to do that. Okay, there we go. So, fuck it. We're going to send you guys over to Jess. She just supported Mega. She's going to snipe that shit from you guys. Go enjoy Jess here in a second. I'm going to select her in a second because I want you guys to go hang out with her and have a good ass time. She's live right now, so we'll have a good ass time. She did snipe that shit. Are we not, man? Did you see that shit? She totally sniped that. All right, let's go ahead and have this done. Let me type her thing in so we can make sure that we redirect her over there. All right, it's saved. All right. Much love, honor, respect to everybody. I very much appreciate all you guys. We got, are we not, man? He says, don't give up now, Mike. Holy shit. how much further am I supposed to go? We got all the news today. We got the ballots that were burned up in the very beginning. If you guys are just coming in, by the way, check out the very beginning of this live stream. We covered the entire burning of the ballots that was going on in Portland, Oregon, as well as Washington. And then we covered all of the live coverage of Donald Trump speaking to journalists at his Mar-a-Lago club in Florida. You know what I mean? So I can't thank you guys enough. Holy shit. I'm being told that there's cash apps, bro. Oh my God. Dude. All right. I'm not going to dox you, Steve, and say your real name. But holy motherfucking shit. Steve just sent $50 fucking on the cash app. Holy motherfucking shit. Thank you, kind sir. That fucking goes way, way far, dude. Like, I'm able to get, like, diapers for my daughter. Like, thank you for that. Like, sincerely, man. Like, that shit goes so fucking far. Thank you guys for the immense amount of support and love, man. It's unreal, man. It's something that I seriously get beside myself, man. I'm learning how. I don't even know if I'll ever be able to accept it like that. Holy shit. Just gifted out another 10. All right, I got some emotional damage, dude.
Emotional damage.
Holy motherfucking shit. Oh shit! This shit is going the fuck off. So now we're at 35 gifted subs in the stream, and we didn't even go for a membership drive, but you guys turned it into that shit, man. I cannot thank you guys enough on that. Betty said, did you show the mother was on video? Lost her Jocelyn Yu, what the evil demons let loose on innocent child, 12 years old, and then 13 American soldiers who, no, you gotta, so Betty, check this out. This is the way that, that you guys, all of you guys that get information, you guys got to send me a direct message right here at Instagram at Ball Valve TV. That's where I do all my correspondence with everybody. Like, that's basically my phone. Like, that's like when I FaceTime somebody, I don't FaceTime, I use Instagram, you know, direct messages, all of that. It may take me a minute to respond, but I will respond. I promise you. So hit me up on my Instagram over there, man. And also, real quick, stopping the show, make sure to hit that like button. It's the #1 metric of all of YouTube, man. It means the absolute world that you guys do that. And it's absolutely free to do so. And yes, Jess, I cannot thank you enough for the immense support, man. That's something that is extremely heavy. She's been someone that has really, really helped the show out a lot. You know, from when we did the first membership drive, which was like 2 weeks ago or something. No, I don't know, maybe a week and a half ago. When we did that, yeah, she gifted out a lot too. She gifted out like, I don't know, 30 of them. Yeah. Let's fucking go, chat. 15 left. That's fucking hilarious, bro. Crying a little bitch. Well, you deserve it. Much love, bro. Hey, absolutely, bro. I know. It's something that it's hard to accept. You know what I mean? It's very hard to accept. It's like, it's a trip. So, Straight Jacket, I very much appreciate you. 15 for Mike's chat. Or you just got cucked by a woman from a fake country. Yeah, from over there in Australia, the fake country. Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah, I much appreciate it. You guys went way above and beyond the goal amount. You know what I mean? So with that being said, listen, man, I can't thank you guys enough. Holy motherfucking shit! Oh my God, dude. That's ridiculous. Jess, what are you doing? What are you doing? No mas, you're cut off. You've done too much. That is way above and beyond a goal, okay? That's way above and beyond the goal. So I appreciate that. Look at that. Oh, fucking going off, dude. That is now above and beyond. Yeah. So now we can know that the goals were met. We had a good ass time, and we all got to have a good ass time. That's it. You know, we all had a good ass time. From a fake ass country. That is hilarious. Just keeps bringing it every time. Everyone, remember to show her some love too. Yeah, we're going to go over to her channel right now, and you guys are going to have a good ass time with her. And I'll probably hop on the panel with her. You know what I mean? I'll probably hop on with her. Say hi to her. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right. Mega family up in here, man. So thank you, Jess, for the immense amount of support. You guys went absolutely crazy. We had Brother Beezer that gifted out 1, 2, 3 of them himself. Then Papa Penguin, as well as Brother Dean, as well as Tats coming in a couple of times. She came in twice. And then we have Huggy that helped out as well, gifting out memberships, as well as Straight Jacket, Evil Rick, and then just coming in with 20 fucking gifted memberships, as well as 50 on top of that. And then on top of that, I'll be back to support more. Thank you so much, Jess, for the 2 on top of that. You've outdone yourself. Thank you so much. That is serious W's in the chat for Jess. And, show her some love, man. Go over there and support her and subscribe to her channel. She is also very, very, she hosts these panels that, whether they're Americans on there, but a lot of times they're Australians. And you guys got to check out Charles. He is fucking hilarious. All these guys over there, they've got some serious personalities. It's super fun. Go over there and hang out with them. Go like and subscribe to them as well. Thank you guys so much for the immense support. I'm beside myself, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Much love, honor, respect.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken, he rides on 2 wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned. Fueled by the power that only Maxwell can bestow, he takes his stand, refusing to submit.